What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video on the Attractions Guide YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be discussing everything Scarefest. Now, we've already done a Scarefest review video, but that was back on Scarefest opening weekend on the 6th of October. Yesterday, the 25th of October, we visited Alton Towers Scarefest for a second time running. We took some videos whilst we was there and stuff, but this is going to be the last video of Scarefest at Alton Towers. So I kind of wanted to sit down and talk about what I felt improved since my first visit. Now, I'd just like to say we visited all three mazes, as well as an additional Project 42 and an additional Altonville Mine Tours and the Welcoming, and each and every maze had improved massively, apart from subspecies. Subspecies, for me, now I think that's going to be its final year, because it was just, we felt like it was very rushed. We felt like the actors wasn't interested. We went through as a group of two, and we stuck together the whole way through. So it was kind of defeating the object of that maze. But I think it's his last year at Alton Towers, and I'll be very, very disappointed, as I did say on my on-location footage, if that maze returns next year. Now, Altonville Mine Tours, absolutely fantastic. We thoroughly enjoyed that maze. We went through as a group of four, and it was unbelievable. We couldn't get over how good Altonville Mine Tours was, sorry. It was fantastic. It was quite possibly the best maze I've been through this Halloween, and I've been through quite a few. Fantastic. The actors worked the spaces very well. The actors wasn't very, they were very, very good at what they did. They knew the spaces. They worked the scares on the group phenomenally. And it was unbelievable. A fantastic experience, and that maze is a credit to the actors that work inside there. Unbelievable performance by every single actor we seen whilst we was in there. Project 42, improvements had been made, definitely, since opening weekend. The actors, again, kind of got used to the surroundings, and they just was unbelievable in that attraction as well. We had a really good run through. We went through it in the dark, and it was the first it was actually the only maze we queued in. We queued for a good 10 minutes before we actually went in, but fantastic. That maze, I think, for me, and I did mention this in the on-location footage, that you could probably keep adding on to this maze, keep updating it and keeping it refreshed. The same as Altonville Mine Tours, basically. The more, the work that gets done to that maze, the more you're going to prolong its lifetime. And I think Altonville Mine Tours and Project 42 will definitely come back next year. And if Altonville Mine Tours doesn't come back, I am going to be very, very disappointed, because that maze is the best maze at Scarefest this year. The actors are very good, like I said. The actors in Project 42 and Altonville Mine Tours are fantastic, and we really, really, really enjoyed them two mazes. Hence why also we went through them twice, and subspecies only once, because that maze for me now is kind of fading, and I think it doesn't really get me scared anymore. And especially when I've seen the actors not really paying much attention to the groups that are coming through, and they was off to the side and they were just staring at you, and it was like, no, absolutely not. And we come out of that maze feeling quite deflated yesterday, but the other mazes, fantastic. The last maze we went through was the Welcoming. The Welcoming, again, another maze that has improved massively. The actors are very, very good at sticking with the groups. Each and every member of the group at least got scared twice, and it was just fantastic. And the mazes have definitely improved since opening weekend. So what I will do next year is I'll experience them once opening weekend, and then I'm definitely going to come back later in the Scarefest event next year, because I found yesterday was much, much better than opening weekend. And a credit to Alton Towers and a credit to the entertainment team. they have worked so hard on them attractions, and you can tell when you go through them that the money you pay is definitely worth it. I think it's better to leave it later on in the day, because like anything, you know, the actors are just starting work and obviously they're getting used to it, and you know, still I think saving the mazes until late on at night is the best option. A lot of people advise not to, but I definitely advise to do the rides and attractions in the daytime and a little bit in the night, but then book your maze tickets as late as possible. Do the mazes in the dark, adds to the experience, and also the mazes are kind of better as well because the actors have had all day to gel in that attraction. But I'm going to show you some on-location videos of yesterday. So we're here at Alton Towers. We've just arrived. It's pretty late. We couldn't get up this morning. Basically, we've been here before, so we wasn't too fussed. So we're going to go in. We're going to go on the mazes a couple of times and see what's changed since the last time we've been here. The last time we was here was opening weekend, so let's see what's changed. We've just done Project 42, which is just in front of us here. Much improved since we last came on opening weekend. It was really, really good. But we still feel like this maze needs much more improvement. But, you know, it was much better than what we did at the weekend. And, yeah, we'll do a full review when we get back home. But much better, much improved, much more darker areas, and the actors are very, very good with the spaces that they're using. So yeah, let's go to the next maze, which will be Altonville Mine Tour.
Gold mine. It was passed down for generations in the Schubert family all the way until 1977.
You might struggle to hear me because I can't see me because it's pretty pitch black. But we've just done Altonville Mine Tours, and wow, that maze is as strong as ever. I mean, we're talking, the scares was unbelievable, and the actors worked their spaces very, very well. I really enjoy that maze, and that maze is as strong as it's been for a long time. The actors are very, very good at knowing where the group are and scaring each and every different members of the group. Just unbelievable experience from Altonville Mine Tours, and we booked to go in there again tonight, so I look forward to a second go through of Altonville Mine Tours Legend of the Skin Snatchers. I'll be very gutted next season if it doesn't come back, because that attraction is amazing.
just come out of subspecies, and it's not a good report card for subspecies, might I say. I feel like that maze is definitely in its final years, which I did say in my initial thoughts when subspecies were coming back, but it was poor, and I feel like that's enough for subspecies this year. Hopefully next year they bring something bigger and better, which will be good. I mean, Project 42 was in its first year this year, and it's an amazing attraction, so maybe Alton Towers can pull it out of the bag for next year, get rid of subspecies and make something more sustainable and better, because it's getting a bit boring now. So we're now going to go through the welcoming and see how that's changed since opening weekend.